Okay, the very first technique in the Kenpo system is the technique delay sword. And the reason why it's called delay sword is because the kick delays the hand sword. Now, if we look at the web of knowledge, at Parker's Kenpo system web of knowledge, the very first attack in pretty much every belt, you know, would be the most simple attack. And the most simple attack would be a grab. And delay sword, basically, this is what it is. It's an attempted grab, or it's a grab, a lapel grab from the front. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to briefly kind of go through the technique. So as the opponent is attempting to grab, basically here, I would want to step back. Okay, so I want to be able to kind of thin out my width zone right as the opponent's attempting to grab here, as I do an inward block. Okay, and since I'm blocking below the elbow, I want to go right ahead and keep my left hand checking low right from here. So it would be like one. So from here, so I bring my left foot back, I settle into the stance, you know, I go right into the inward block, I check low, and then from here I go do a ball kick either into the bladder or into the groin. And as my weight drops, I strike right into the neck, applying measure of gravity. From here, we do what we call a double cover up, which from here, see, I want to be able to kind of look straight out to the front, so this way I can scan 180 degrees. And then from there, I can look the other way here. Now I can scan the other 180 degrees. And then once I see that everything's clear, then I can go right ahead and face my opponent in a fighting stance. One of the things that we need to keep in mind, that in the street, a fight is not over till either the opponent gives up or the opponent can no longer continue the fight. Okay, so you always want to end up in a good fighting stance facing your opponent. So I'm going to go right ahead and demonstrate this technique one more time slowly with me. So from here, what I do is that I step back. I want to be able to kind of create distance between me and the opponent. Okay, so from here, as it comes in, I do this. I stabilize my base as I block. I check low, and then right from here, I go right into a kick, right into the groin. Then as my weight drops, this one here right into the side of the neck. Okay, so I'll do that one more time. From here, so block, then kick, hand sword, and then from here I can look 180 degrees this way. Then I can look the other 180 degrees, and then from there I can look at my opponent in a fighting stance. Okay, so that would be delay sword. Okay. What I'm going to be doing within the next the next two sessions, besides this one, is that I'm going to go right ahead and talk about not just delay sword, but how it could relate to long kimono, and how it could relate also to obscure sword. So there's going to be in the next couple of classes. But the thing that I do want to mention is that the delay sword, the Mr. Parker's Kenpo system really is based on movements that are opposite and reverse. He believed about reverse motion. He believed about motions that are opposite to each other. And although Mr. Parker really never wanted to use the term, put his name in the Kenpo system, or call it like Ed Parker's Kenpo system, he always wanted to call it American Kenpo. You know, when we look at a technique like delay sword, the very first technique in the system, you know, if we look at the very first two letters, you know, of delay, that would be DE. And what that would be Mr. Parker's name, Ed, in reverse. And then within the same word, if we look at the last two letters, now you have Mr. Parker's name spelled Ed. You know, okay, so you have in the same word of delay in the very first technique in the system that it has Mr. Parker's name both spelled the regular way at the end, and it's also spelled in reverse. Now, is that a coincidence? I really don't think so. Okay, thank you for listening. Okay.